What's up, and welcome back to Campfire Convos. On this episode, we have a familiar face. Carla is back for her record third time. And on this episode, we talked about what is balance? Is balance good? That was balance was the key thing in our episode.
Well, I think it was also like, do you follow ideas for yourself or to help people, or both?
Balance. Also, how she facilitated a murder. I
did not.
And the message that we have for ourselves in 10 years. So, and why Milo keeps fucking off. But if that all sounds interesting, make sure you stick around to the end, because it was quite a conversation. But before we jump into it, this was the animal sound on last week's episode. And if you stick around to the very, very end, at the end of all of the credits and all of the thank yous to our supporters, there is another animal sound. Whatever it is, drop it in the comments down below. This will be the last animal sound of the season. So, comment it, be cool, and enjoy the show. This is your now third time on Campfire Convos. So we're not going to ease into the conversation. We're just going to jump right in.
Have we ever eased into it?
I mean, I feel like, especially at least the first one, probably the second one.
I feel like the first one, doesn't, it counts, but it doesn't really, count.
Well, yeah, but it's an appearance.
Yeah.
So you're basically a Campfire Convos veteran at this point.
I mean, yeah.
So, instead of going with an easy question, we're going to go right in to a super deep, super difficult question.
Oh, boy.
Tell me and the world something that really, really gets you excited. Could be something you do, could be something that you watch, something you're around, something that you see occasionally, whatever it is, just something that gets you really excited and motivated to just be alive.
God, I feel like there's so many things. There's such a range of things.
The first one that comes to mind.
The first thing that comes to mind is something I've been thinking about a lot the last week. And it's watching, having an idea and then going for it and then making it happen. Whether it looked like what you wanted it to look like or not, whether it turns out completely different, whether it's exactly what you thought it was going to be. Even something as simple as I made the homemade tortillas, right? And the other day I was making them or cooking them, and I'm I had the idea to make homemade tortillas. I made it, and now I get to eat these tortillas that I made from scratch.
Yeah.
I don't have to go buy tortillas anymore. They're way better, and they're super easy and cheap.
Yeah.
And so it can be something so simple as that little idea, or something really, really big like a brand or a book or an event or anything. And I love that too, because it can be it can be my idea, something I just decide to do and then go do it. But it's also something that I can do with other people, or if other people tell me their ideas, and then we get to brainstorm and figure things out and then map out how we're actually going to make it happen, or they're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I feel I can geek out on that for years.
Yeah, I must admit, I think brainstorming is probably my favorite part of any process. Just thinking of all the ideas and then getting excited to think or to figure out which ones are realistic, or you definitely know this, especially when I'm planning something. I think first thing I think of is the basics, is it plausible? How can you make it happen? And then I go from, hey, this is doable, we could do this little thing, to how massive could it be? And I think my struggle is doing it, but not trying to overdo it at the first attempt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, okay, the tortillas, right? Was that your first thought, or was that like you're going to do this other thing, and that's kind of a step along the way?
What do you mean?
So, I feel like I kind of know the answer to this, so it's kind of cheating, but we'll do it anyways. So, making tortillas kind of came from the idea of, hey, I want to make sourdough and learn how to do this big skill that's
Right.
like kind of difficult and there's a lot involved.
Yeah.
And then the tortillas were kind of on the path to do that. So like a
Right.
stepping stone, if you can do this, you can do another thing, and then eventually sourdough.
Yeah.
So where do you recognize that as like a step on your way to it, or was it just like, hey, I had this random idea and I wanted to try it? How do you feel about that?
I mean, with tortillas specifically, I feel like it was, like you said, it was like a byproduct of like, I feel like I've been on this kick this last year. Like I wanted to start making sourdough, but not just sourdough. Like I learned how to can this last year, which I haven't done by myself yet, but started that process. You know, I've just been learning how to make different things that I don't have to then go buy at the store or are a lot better for you.
Yeah.
So I feel like being on this kick, then it's like, okay, I made this. Now what can I make next? Or what's something that we use that I can just make instead of having to go buy.
Yeah.
So I feel like for that specifically, like tortillas was kind of a byproduct of this bigger idea,
Yeah.
which I feel like can be, I don't want to say a slippery slope because I don't think that's right, but it's like with ideas, like you can have one idea, which can lead you to completely different ideas.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think that's why we have that idea. Like you had this one idea, maybe you thought that was like the big thing, but maybe it was really just a stepping stone to lead you to a completely different direction or maybe a similar direction, you know, but then I think sometimes that big idea is still the thing, but there's just this little idea that's just a byproduct. But then you also kind of have to be like, I don't want to say careful because I don't think that's right, but like you can sometimes get distracted by all of the little ideas.
Yeah.
Like feel like I'm working on like a million different creative projects and I just started a new one today.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's, and we've definitely mentioned this on the podcast before. I mean, maybe probably even with just our conversation, but balance in general. Have the ideas, do the ideas, but like you can't do every single idea you have because then you end up doing too many things. I think I struggle with that a lot because I like the challenge of new things.
Yeah.
And I also definitely do the thing where like I get like 95% of the way through something. And then I'm like, okay, this is basically done. Time for the next thing.
Yeah, I know.
So, what do you do to find that balance? Or do you feel like you have that balance? Or do you feel like you're still struggling with taking the too many of the little ideas and getting distracted from the big idea?
I don't think I know what that balance is, if there's that balance. I definitely think that there is something to be said about like, especially when you're working on a bigger idea, like following through on that big idea, especially if it's like something that you're in the middle of, like if people are counting on you, it's a public thing. It's not just something that you're working on just for you, right? Like you definitely have to follow through on that. But I think there can be so many sides to it because like, okay, the baking, right? Like for me, I have baked a lot in these last couple months, and it's also been a really insane couple of months planning all of these other things. And while I've followed some of the baking ideas, I did that more as like a stress relief, Like, I just need something fun to do, something that's also going to give me more of an immediate result. Like, I'm going to bake this bread, and by today or tomorrow, like, I'm going to have a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
When, you know, this event isn't for another 2 months, so like, I'm going to have to still keep doing those things.
Yeah.
But then I also think there is there's sometimes where you have to say like, okay, I need to finish this idea. I can't do this other idea. And I think I want to be better at like making a list. It's like, these are all of my ideas. This is what I'm currently working on. Like, do I have the bandwidth to add anything else? Are they too big, too little? Like, where do they fall in those categories? And if not, like, okay, like, I can wait until I'm done with this other idea.
Yeah.
Actually, it makes me think of a question though.
Okay.
So there's this book called Big Magic. It's by Elizabeth Gilbert.
Okay.
She's also the woman who wrote Eat, Pray, Love. So most people know that.
Yeah.
So I believe it's in this book that one of her thoughts is that if you have an idea, like an idea is like something that comes to you, like almost like a spirit or something, right? Like, so like if this idea comes to you and you don't follow through on it or don't take some kind of action on it within a certain amount of time, I think the time frame is different for everybody, every idea.
Yeah.
But if you don't follow through on that idea, then that idea leaves you. And it goes to whoever else because you didn't like nourish or nurture that idea, right?
Yeah.
And she gives an example in her book of like, she had this idea to write a book, but life happened or she was working on something else. And then when she went to circle back to that idea, something came up where she was talking to someone else and they were writing a book and she was like, oh, what's your book about? And the book was pretty much her idea to a T. And it wasn't because the person stole it from her. It was just, they had that idea now.
Yeah.
So she wrote that in the book, and I think that's a really interesting concept. But then I also read something recently about someone who was like, I don't believe that. Like, your idea is your idea, and you can follow through on it as long as it aligns with you at whatever time's right for you. So what are your thoughts?
I mean, both. I think we all have, like, if you have an idea, right? Like, I can't tell you how many times I've had conversations or thought of this really cool product that would fix these awesome problems, and you don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And then eventually you see it on TV as this new big product that someone else made up.
Yeah.
You're like, I thought of that 10 years ago. I don't think, like, it still is your idea.
Yeah.
Like but I do think, ow, goddamn. But I do think that your time frame on it is what you can miss, right? So like, okay, I could make that product now that someone else already did.
Yeah.
But is it worth it?
Right.
Is it still, now the world doesn't see it as mine. The world sees it as, making this knockoff of this other product.
Right.
So I think that's where it's, like, it's still, to you, it's still your idea because you didn't take it from anywhere.
Right.
But to the world, you've missed your shot, timeline, whatever.
Like, you're not going to be the first one to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with if it's something you're really passionate about and you think you can do it better. Like, hey, they tried to solve this problem for a bunch of people.
Right.
If I think I can do better at solving that problem, it's still worth a shot.
Yeah.
But I think it's very case by case. Like, not everyone needs a new pop tab.
Right.
If you think of something, you might make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You might really change the world. You might really do a lot of great things. But do we need one? Maybe not. I don't know. So I think that's where the I mean, that's all personal measurement too, really.
Yeah.
Like, is it a big deal for me? If it's a big deal for me, does it matter? I think a lot of people would say if it's a big deal for you that you should do it.
Yeah.
I think I don't know that I feel that way with a lot of stuff anymore. I think I want to measure overall impact of other people, not necessarily myself. Because I feel like I've accomplished a lot of the individual tasks that I wanted to accomplish. And I don't know that I get the same kind of, I don't want to say joy, because I still get joy in accomplishing things, obviously. But like, it's just not the same as doing something that's helping other people.
Yeah, but why can't, if you're doing something for you or because you want to do it, why can't it also be helping other people?
It can. And I just think that's where, for me, I would say that just because I can go accomplish this thing and do it for me, doesn't mean that I should. Because I now feel kind of obligated to do things for more than myself. You know, like, okay, example. Cocky example. I like video games. I feel like I'm pretty above average at video games. Like, I've competed competitively, I've done a lot of stuff like that. If I just went back in and did nothing but video games 24/7 for the next 6 months, I firmly believe that I could actually be a competitive gamer, right?
Okay.
I could be a streamer, I could do all this shit. Oh, I was a streamer for a little while. I think I told you at some point, but
yeah.
But what is that giving to the world? I could do it. It'd be cool to be like, oh, I'm a professional streamer. I make all this money doing this, playing games and doing all this stuff. But I just don't feel like it leaves the world with anything. And I think that's kind of where I pivoted away from it was, yeah, it's cool to say, it's cool to tell people, like, but what's it leave the world? So I think for me, that's not my path. But I can see for other people that just accomplishing those things and doing all the different things is what a lot of people want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, especially like that example, and I feel like there's probably some others similar to it. Like, it more so makes sense because in some ways with, like, okay, being, you know, playing video games competitively, like, like you said, how are you helping people with that? Yeah. Now, on one side, I do think that for someone who really loves video games, like, you could be inspiring them to be like, wait, no, you can actually make this a thing. Like, you can make this a livelihood, pay for your bills, whatever. So in some ways it can be inspiring, which I think even if you're not specifically providing somebody a product or a service, that in itself is a really big deal. Just by doing the things that you want to do and doing the things that you love, what you're showing people, as long as what you're doing is well-intentioned, then that can make a really big difference. But I do think that there are things out there that might have more of an impact on people. I don't know that much about competitive video game playing, so like I don't really know all of the facets that come to it. I'm sure there are other ways that you could use it to help people. But I feel like there still could be a side of how you're helping people. It just might not be the impact that you personally want to have.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the decision is it enough of an impact for you? Like, okay, you get one person to try to play competitive video games and pursue their dreams in that way. Is that enough? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing that you needed to do with it. Now you can move on. Right. Or maybe that was the thing that needed to keep you going to do more. I think that's all personal preference, essentially. But, okay, for you, let's say you have two options, right? You can dive in the next year and write a book, which is something that you've wanted to do, and be an author, like officially an author, right?
Yeah.
Or you can take the next 12 months and put all of that time that you would have spent into something that's, just for argument's sake, let's say the community, right? Where with the community, you are getting more people outside, and say you grow it, let's say 1,000 people, okay?
Yeah.
What feels more right for you? Getting 1,000 people outside, or writing a book of, well, I mean, whatever topic. But obviously, if you're writing a book, your intention is to impact people with your book, right? It's kind of the point.
Yeah.
But what I don't know. What feels more right?
You're not gonna like my answer. Both.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Why choose?
Because if you go half in on both of them, then you let both people down.
But why do I have to be half in?
How are you gonna be full in two things?
I mean, I wouldn't be building a community 24/7.
If you were, what kind of impact would you have? More of an impact than if you did it 12?
Well, if I'm doing it 24/7 and I'm not sleeping, I'm going to be cranky, so I'm not going to have a great impact.
That's valid. But you get what I'm saying. Like, okay, let's say you have 12 working hours in the day. Mm-hmm. You either put, for the next year, 12 hours into writing a book.
Yeah.
12 hours into making a community.
Yeah.
Or 6 hours each day of both. Do you think that what you choose would, like, okay, if you're doing 6 hours a day on a book versus 12 hours, is it going to be as good of a book if you're doing double the time? If you're doing double the time growing the community, is it going to be a bigger impact or the same impact? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think it depends on the time and the intention behind it. Like, okay, for a book, if I were to take 6 or 12 hours a day and write a book, it would not take me as long to write the book, right? If I'm like eat, sleep, breathing this book, right? Like take care of myself, right? That's my life. It's going to go a lot faster. Mm-hmm. So if I'm splitting my time, especially between like a book and like being out in the community, like the book part is going to take longer. The community part is a little bit different because they're just different things, right?
Debatable. I would say the community is more open-ended than the book.
Yeah.
Like there's more, I don't want to say potential, but like you can grow something from 0 to 100,000 or 0 to 1,000,000. A book is only going to be so many pages, right?
Yeah.
So, slightly different?
Yeah. But I think that okay, like with the book specifically, like I am writing this book for myself, but then also to share whatever stories, experiences, poetry, whatever it is, with other people because of the potential impact that my words can have on other people's lives, right? Mm-hmm. And that impact could be more than I'll ever know. I mean, that could impact millions, right?
Yep.
Working with the community, building the community, doing things with the community is similar in having an impact, but different kind of work. But I feel like the book starts with a little bit more for me, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that, I want to have a positive and intentional impact in both ways. I don't think that we should have to like sacrifice the for me or for us things just to help. Because I think if you don't do the things for yourself, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you help other people? And, even like in a community, like what if I meet somebody who wants to write a book and then I have that experience of writing a book that I can then share with people, right?
Yeah.
Or how can I use my experiences and what I've learned in the things that I'm doing for myself for other people?
Yeah. I mean, just for argument's sake, I feel the same way about streaming. Like, I played video games. So if I go to an event and meet someone who's thinking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I did this, and this, it worked really well, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you have that experience. I just think that, Yeah, I mean, it really just comes down to personal preference. Like, what's worth it for you? What's worth it? Like, obviously, writing a book is something you've wanted to do for a long time. So you're going to weigh that much heavier than I did streaming. Because, like, streaming was more of like I play video games. How can I monetize this?
Yeah.
And then started doing it. Was having a lot of fun doing it, but it was taking away from all of the other things that I wanted to do. And that's when I was like, well, I like this thing, but not more or not enough to sacrifice these other things.
Right.
And I always say I'd like to get back to it eventually. Like, you know, hey, get this outdoor community going and then just be that dude who's like in a national forest streaming because, you know, Starlink or something.
Yeah.
But I think for me right now, it just makes sense to kind of forego the personal wins for the group wins. And the thing is it feels like the personal wins aren't existent. Or the group wins aren't existent. Like, I feel like this is the year of like figuring it out and growing the stuff, but it's never, well, it's not currently good enough. You know what I mean? Like, I always want it to be better, always want it to be more, always want it to be all of the things.
Yeah.
So that's the part where I'm personally struggling with is like, no, that's cool. I can be like, and I do think I can, in the moment, be like, oh, this is cool. We did this. This is a neat thing. Mm-hmm. Pat myself on the back, and but then next morning I'm like, all right, clean up. How can we do this efficiently? How can we make sure that this isn't a pain in the ass next year?
Yeah.
And then after the event, go home, sit down and relax, and be like, you know what? I'd really like to relax, but my brain is just going about all these different ways that we could have did these things differently, or change this little thing to make it better, or maybe change the date and get more people there, whatever it is. And I fall into it, and I'm like, but it's exciting though. Like, I really enjoy the thinking of how to do it better because it's a challenge. So, yeah, I don't know. Balance. I need to remember balance for the title.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe in balance.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I don't know. There's definitely times where you have to like put more time and intention into one thing versus another. Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
And I do think there is some kind of balance of like looking at the wins of something that you did, you know, looking at what you accomplished, looking at the fact that you did what you said you were going to do, right? Yeah. You know, and then also being like, okay, I did all of that, and here's how we can, you know, evolve. Here's how we can make it better. Here's what we can do next year, you know, and continuously working at it, because if you're not growing or evolving, like, you're dying, right? Yeah. Like, so, like, you have to have that. So there is, in that sense, there's a balance to that, that I think we're both still figuring out.
It's never ending.
Yeah. Well, and I think it also depends on what you're doing, because I think, like, for some things, like, okay, the tortillas, right? When I make the tortillas, they are all not a perfect circle, right? And like, I could try to figure out how to make sure they are perfectly round every time, but like, who the hell cares? It's going to taste the same.
Yeah.
Like, as long as they're big enough for whatever, whether we're making tacos or burritos or Crunchwrap Supremes, as long as they do what they need to do, like, eventually maybe they'll get more perfect. But like, for me, that's not a priority to make sure that is perfectly round every time.
Yeah.
But something else that I might make, like you sent that butterfly sourdough, like, trying to get that perfect might be worth it, because that would be really cool.
Yeah.
But like, making sure the tortilla's round, whatever. Yeah. So I think you also have to look at what you're doing, you know, and is it worth it? Like, does it matter if this is better as far as like this specific thing, you know, or does it need tweaking, growth, whatever?
So what you're saying is you need to find a balance between perfecting something and moving on to the next.
Yeah. I mean, what do they say? Done is better than perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah. And
I was just proving that
there's
still balance.
I know.
The thing you don't believe in. Yeah, that's all.
I think balance in some ways makes sense, that I believe in it, but then I think in some aspects I don't.
Still sounds like a balance to me. Sounds like you're putting more weight on certain sides every once in a while, that's all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, I want to continue this, but I do want to throw some logs on the fire. And what I want to do for this one is to call out all of the people who've supported us during this season. I'm not going to call you all out by name, just because there's quite a few of you. But if you stick around to the end of the episode, in our credits, there is all of the names of all of the Biolog supporters that we've had for Season 3. So this is to all of you. If you have not stuck around to the end, and if you don't plan on listening to the rest of us, just skip to the end and see all of the names, all of the people who've supported us, and just take a second to appreciate them with us, because they are awesome and the reason that we are able to keep doing this. So thank you to all of our Biolog supporters. This is for you. Season 3 is coming to an end. So, if you are interested in also being a Biolog supporter, check the link in the description. You can get in for Season 4. And once you're in for the season, you're in for the entire season. So your name will be recognized, and we have different tiers. So you'll get the log animation, which will play right now, just as something to say thank you. So we have that, we have the actual tosses, and we just burn wood and keep talking. We'll keep yapping as long as this fire keeps going. So if you guys want to listen to us, we'll appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
We do. But do all the things, buy the logs, see the people. Thanks. Okay. Milo's still bouncing around. So I looked at, you're talking, right? And I look over and I'm just kind of like glancing at the camera and looking, and this fence over here, right?
Yeah.
All I see is Milo up in the air doing his pounce.
We really?
Yeah. Like, didn't see him, then I see him, and then he's down. I'm like, yep, there he is.
He better not be finding any bunnies.
So, for those of you, no one would know this, but Carla facilitated a murder.
I did not.
She took my dog and said, sick him.
I didn't know
on
such
a
thing.
baby rabbit. So Milo ate. Well, kind of ate.
He didn't eat it.
A baby rabbit.
He did not eat.
And then Carla walks back in the house holding the other baby rabbit, basically sentencing it to death. So you killed 2 baby rabbits.
I did not.
Murderer.
We were in the backyard and he was off sniffing, doing his thing. And I called him over and he didn't come over. And when I looked back at him, he had something in his mouth. It is not my fault.
Murderer. Title: Balance and Murder.
You cannot put that.
I can.
I feel really bad. Poor bunnies.
I'm using that face as a thumbnail. Right there.
No.
Hopefully we froze for long enough.
The poor bunnies.
Why am I getting a call in the middle of my episode? Anyways, where were we at? Besides you murdering bunnies.
I didn't murder bunnies.
Soft,
Your dog
innocent
murdered bunnies.
Creatures.
Your dog had them in his mouth.
In your control. He's a puppy. He doesn't know better.
He knew exactly
You
what
are
he was doing.
Responsible. In the chat, down below in the comments, let us know, is Carla at fault or does it just happen? Is it the circle of life?
I'm not at fault.
I think the
If I could have saved them in any way, I would have.
listeners have to decide. They're our jury. So, and I'd say they're the executioner, but that's apparently you, so. Anyways, okay. So, balance, and then what else? What else would you like to talk about in this episode? You could pick the next topic, actually. Let's do that.
I feel like I had another question off of our previous topic.
All right, go for it.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are taught that, like, you have to just, like, give, right?
Yeah.
And that if you do things for yourself, it's selfish.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very broad way to put it.
Yeah, I feel like in today's world it seems the opposite, but yeah.
But I feel like obviously there's nothing wrong with giving and helping out and building a community, working with the community, whatever you're doing, right? Helping people, like that's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Like I love all that we get to do with that.
Yeah.
But I also feel like you have to take care of yourself, and you also have to do things for yourself, and like follow the ideas, follow the things that excite you, even if it may not have like a specific, by doing this it's going to help this person thing. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Disagree. I think I'm to the point where if what I'm doing isn't helping other people, I don't know that it's worth my energy to do.
But what if, okay, I think every idea that we have, every nudge, every like curiosity that we want to follow, like, oh, what if we camp here? What if we put on this event? What if I make this? Like, sure, you could just be making tortillas, right?
Yeah.
So now I get homemade tortillas. That could be it.
Yeah.
You know? But it could then turn into something. Like your mom was like, what if we have a day where we get together and we make homemade tortillas and homemade pasta and do all of these things? And maybe, again, that's just for the group of people.
Yeah.
But that's still community. That's still helping people in a way. You know? That's still building relationships. But then what if then it turns into something where it's like, oh, these people need this help. So now I can take the skill that I've learned how to do, that I did just because I wanted homemade tortillas, and I can go help these people, right? Or if you share it, like I sent the tortilla recipe to somebody else, like that I found on the internet. Like I just Googled it and I sent it to somebody else. Who's to say that by me doing this and sending it to somebody else that it wouldn't follow, or that wouldn't then be them helping somebody else? Like I feel like our ideas and our curiosities, they all have a purpose, even if we don't exactly see what that purpose is.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. It keeps coming back to like the personal weight that you give it, right? Like, yes, could I go learn how to make tortillas? And if someone needed food, could I give them tortillas? Yes, it is possible. But I feel, because I feel more capable, that I am more valuable to those people if I could just provide other things. Like, maybe I'm not helping the same group of people, maybe I'm helping a different group of people. And I think that the world needs the people who help all of the people. Like, people need the people who will bring you tortillas when you are hungry. That's a very necessary part of the world. I just feel like my purpose is not aligned with that. Like, I don't have any desire to make tortillas. And I know that's the example, but that's what I'm saying is like, what I give my weight to is the impact in the things that I want to impact. Not just, oh, if I learn this random thing, I might be able to communicate with someone on this other topic.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's necessarily all what you're saying, but I do think that that's the big difference between you and I, is I give that a lot more weight, which it's not right or wrong, it's personal preference.
Give what more weight?
Just the I guess potential impact or the value to society it's given, and I think that's kind of a male driven thing, but
I think that's what I'm saying is like, whatever you are doing, you're following that idea, there is value that you can give to people with what you're doing. And I don't mean it, again, tortillas was just the example. Okay, something you want to learn how to do. You want to learn how to work with leather, right? Like you want to make a belt. Like And it's because you just want to learn how to do it, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know that you're necessarily going to be out there making leather belts that then you're going to go sell and now everybody pants don't fall down.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you don't know how, just because you wanted to learn that skill, you don't know the impact that it might have or the people it might introduce you to.
Yeah.
Like, you were looking for something to do. You're looking to get outside or just find a group of people, right? So you joined a community to get outside, meet somebody, go camping.
Yeah.
And then you and Bryce went on this camping trip because you were both trying to get over shit and just get out there and meet people, right?
Essentially.
And now it's turned into this whole purpose and impact of helping people.
Yeah.
So what's to say that by you following your ideas, you're not having, and I think that's like the point I'm trying to make, is that a lot of our ideas and our curiosities, like when we follow them, they lead us because they think it's bigger than us. Like, we have them for a reason that we may not know, right? Everything happens for a reason. So if you have this nudge in you to do something, even if in the moment it doesn't seem to have any impact, you just not might be able to see it yet because you haven't gone through those steps or that process to get to the point where you see it.
That's fair. Milo, come. Good boy. No, I agree. I mean, obviously, everything happens for a reason part is, I can't argue with that. I don't believe that at all, actually. Never said it before in my life. To your comment about the belts or the leather, right? There's a reason that I have not yet learned leather. And I think that is just because I have goals for this year, and that ranks very low on them. Yeah. But all of the other things that rank above it rank that way because of the overall effect, right? And I feel like, okay, so I think I use things like that as a pick-me-up, not I'm like just bored today, so I'm gonna go do this thing. Yeah. I mean, occasionally that's how it is, but majority of the time it's like I feel like I can't accomplish anything, so let me go accomplish this one thing. Like, let me go learn this simple thing, or let me go do this simple thing, or let me go do this thing I'm good at. Yeah. For me, that's always been easy to do, like sports, right? Like, okay, I feel really shitty about all of my life right now. Let me go play softball and hit the ball hard a couple of times. I feel better. Yeah. So, I think it's just, I feel like I'm in a place now where that just ranks really low. Is learning new things for me, like for myself, ranks really low. Now, if I came up on a class of leatherworking and I was like, hey, I can go meet some cool people and, support a small business and all of that stuff, that's different. Like, I view that differently. It's not just me doing the thing for me. It's me going to be a part of other people and to support someone else. But I think that's just, it keeps circling back to that, if it's just for me, I don't need it right now. And there's times where it's the opposite. It's like, hey, I can't accomplish anything else for anyone else. I need to accomplish for me. I just don't think I'm in that part of me currently, if that makes sense.
It does.
But there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being in that, accomplishing for yourself, and the making. When I say making yourself feel better, it sounds way more harsh than I mean it. But like, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So filling your cup up in whatever way you need to is necessary. Yeah,
especially with helping people.
Yeah, I just feel like right now I feel pretty full most of the time, which is
that's good.
Interesting. But I'm really enjoying what I'm doing, and it's stressful, but it's fun. Yeah, would be a good story. Do it for the plot. So.
Yeah, lots of those.
Kids, don't always do it for the plot. It's a very stressful way to live. But, yeah.
That's fair. Say, out of all of the things you do want to learn how to do, whether it's, and it can be something you want to learn how to do because it's going to like directly impact people or help you be better at impacting people, or it's something that you just want to do.
Yeah.
What, like, and you had to go do it tomorrow. Like, the class would magically appear for you to do it tomorrow. What would be the first thing you would do?
Content creating.
But like what? What, like, give me like a specific.
I personally, if there was a chance to pick any one thing to do tomorrow, it would be to be surrounded by other creators doing literally anything with creating. Be in a room with other YouTubers, other podcasters, other anything, and be like, hey, you're struggling with the same shit that I am. How can we help each other?
I mean, that is pretty much what we do every day.
I mean, yeah, but like...
But more people.
A lot more people. Milo, get over here. Time out. So we're back. Where were we at before Milo?
Content creation.
Yeah. If I could pick one thing, it would just be to be more around more creators. I think you and I definitely talk about creating a lot, but we have two different perspectives, not two different perspectives, but we only have 2 points of view.
Right.
The more eyes and ears and brains you have thinking about it, the better.
For the most part.
And I think even if someone has a bad view of creating, I think it still offers some value to you. Like, hey, this person's doing this really shitty thing, or like maybe it's unethical, maybe it's just a different kind of style, a bunch of different things. But if they're doing something and it's not working, hey, don't do it that way.
Right.
It might be that simple, but those are the things that really just get me going right now, is cool creators. Which sucks, because I had an option to go to one this weekend and have 17 different plans that were options, but
there's gonna be more.
Somehow he didn't walk straight through the frame.
I know, I'm shocked.
Interesting. Yeah, there'll be a lot more opportunities, but I think figuring that out and deciding which ones to do, I think that's the struggle right now, is we have all these different plans, all these different places with all these different people. How do you choose? And that's getting harder and harder. I mean, just even with the stuff that we're planning, it's like, hey, we're planning this cool thing. All right, well, there's this other cool group of people that are doing this other cool thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to go do that too.
Yeah.
But I think my thought, and I guess this kind of goes back to what I was saying before, but my group, or like, when I say mine, I'm just talking about, whatever. Like my event, right? My event is for the people who are at it. The people who are at my event aren't really the people who would have been at the other thing. So I'm not, by me not going to the other cool thing and giving other people a cool thing to do, it feels more rewarding, because I'm like, all right, well, there's now 20 people here who otherwise might have just been sitting at home, or might have just done something else that wasn't as cool as ours. Whatever it might be. And I think that's the thing that's been really exciting me lately, is like, hey, okay, let's say 20 people come. Let's say 18 of those people would have just stayed at home or gone to do the thing that they've done every other time, but the other 2 people had other cool plans.
Right.
That's 18 other people, or that's 18 people that you affected in a positive way. Yeah. That's cool.
It is really cool.
So more of that is the goal.
Yeah. Well, I feel like this is very much like a foundation year, right? Setting the foundation, trying things, fucking up, like doing things right, and figuring out what works and what doesn't work, and then moving forward, like, one, more people will start to come, because either they will then know about it ahead of time,
which is a good thing,
or like, we will have figured out what works, what doesn't work. We will figure out the weekends better. So like the things will have start to lock into place.
Yeah.
And then we'll also then see like, okay, we did this and it worked, but then there's also a creator weekend this time every year. So we know next year we're not going to plan an event that year because we want to go to this creator weekend, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also think that as we're building this and we're both showing up as creators and working on the things that we're working on together, but then also the things that we're doing individually, like we are making connections. You know, we're getting our names out there, we're talking to people, we're meeting other creators, and maybe we don't go to a specific event this year or can't make everything, but we start to cultivate those relationships so then we can either just have our own next year or by the end of the year, you know,
Yeah.
or have...
Hey,
Right.
over here. You're walking through my frame. Come on, buddy. Right here.
Good thing you're cute.
Lay down. Yeah, so there's this butthole that everyone just got to look at. What were you saying? Before you were talking about Milo's butthole?
But I think that we're doing the things to figure it out so that we're bringing the people into us or figuring out what we need to do so that way we can meet more people.
Yeah. I think the thing that I'm also realizing / frustrated by is that the more motivated people that you're around, the longer in between availability it is. It's like, hey, I met these really cool people. When's the next free weekend you have? Oh, not till September? Fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And that part is, it's really cool because like, hey, you're busy till September.
Yeah.
But it also sucks because it's like, I want to hang out right now.
Yeah.
I want to hang out next week. I want to do this. I want to fill all my free time with hanging out with these cool people.
Yeah.
And when you do, I think that's why the cool people are full scheduled because they're spending time with other cool people.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the goal is like, hey, step up your shit, be the cool people that everyone wants to hang out with. And then
you're always...
then no one can hang out with you because
Right.
you're too cool.
Well, as we set the precedent that we hold the best events ever,
Yeah.
then everybody's just going to come to our events and, you know, it's fine.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But I also think one of the cool things about that is like if you meet a certain type of people or like a certain group of people that they're all together,
Yeah.
not that they can't do things individually, but a lot of times it's like, okay, I see these people at this event and this event.
Yeah.
But then it gets to be really cool when you start to meet people in all different groups. Like
Yeah.
maybe for content, it might be like YouTubers and then it might be podcasters or whatever. Or like you have the content creators and then you just have the people who like to go camping.
Yeah.
And then you have this group of people and sometimes they all come together.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes it's like, okay, I'm with these people right now and then I'm with these people now. And then so that you constantly have different kinds of people or different groups of people to do things with.
Yeah.
And also learn from and gain perspective.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
There wasn't a question in there, was there?
No.
Okay. Making sure I didn't miss something.
Mm-mm.
Nice. Just laying down in the stuff. All right. So we're coming to the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Your third appearance. What feels different this time than the last two?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, if you have any questions that you want to throw out to change the topic for a second, you're welcome to.
Okay. I feel like every appearance has been so different. I think like the first appearance was just so like, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
And so that has its own fun and everything to it.
Yeah.
I can't even speak to like where I personally was because I honestly don't really even remember.
Yeah.
But I think that we were in like different places, and I feel like since that first episode, we have definitely grown a lot.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool to think about.
Mm-hmm.
And then last time, season 2 was almost a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
which is wild. And I feel like last year, I was definitely a lot more emotional. Headed into like my birthday and just feeling a certain type of way about it and trying to figure a lot of things out. And then shortly after that, life kind of blew up a little bit. But I feel like now I've done a lot of, I think, really cool things in the last year and had some really incredible experiences and like accomplished a lot for myself, but stuff that then has led me to things that I actually want to do like for other people or with other people, right? You know, whether it's like teaching or collaborating with different people, working with different communities, getting to plan the events that we're planning. Like I feel like everything has led into a direction that I have been searching for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I feel like while there's still so much unknown, like I feel more in the right place. Yeah. I feel like I probably said this last year too, but like it's in a different way because I feel like with all of these things that I'm doing, there's more like tangible direction than like last year. It was more just like I'm in the right place because we're always in the right place, right? Yeah. This year is like, no, like I'm actually doing the things that I know are right, that are building the things that I want to build. Yeah. And I think that's really cool. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like being on the podcast and like having that like touch point of like, look at how I've grown, but then also look at like the things that we have done or where the podcast has gone or the community. It's really cool.
Yeah. Do you remember the episode number you were last time?
No. Mm-hmm. Why?
I'm just curious because this is season 3, episode 10. I don't know what episode of season 2 you were.
When did we end season 2?
Oh, I don't know. I think 17 or 18.
Yeah,
episodes.
But like what months?
December? January?
No. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know. Anyways, but yes, long way. I feel similarly that I feel like I've felt like I was on this path for a long time, but it finally feels like I have things to show for it. And I think a lot of that comes from my half in, half out attitude all of last year. Like I was trying to, stay with the old group and not do my own thing and balance that and do the podcast and not worry about YouTube, but YouTube's the thing I need to be worrying about and like all of the stuff. But now I feel like I'm like, nope, I'm doing these things. Like I'm limiting myself to the things that I need to focus on, want to focus on. And I think that was kind of the main motivator to a lot of what I said in this episode is it would be great. Silly example, okay? I am not going to any music festivals this year because that takes so much money, time, energy away from the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
But it's something I love to do so much mostly because I love the people that I get to do it with.
Right.
So my goal has been to create something where I can basically have that same energy and same funness with those people.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, but I feel like I'm working towards it. I want to be a music festival coming at some point.
I was going to say that, but then I didn't know if I should say it.
Want to be a music festival probably 2027 because that's going to be a lot to figure out.
Listen,
but
maybe 2028.
First one coming 2027. First really good one to come in 2028.
Can we get another 24 hours in the day?
No, absolutely not. No, but I think cutting out the things that I would like to do the things that I need to do for long-term me is something that I've never done in the past. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I've worked out and that was great for long-term me, right? Yeah, I've studied and learned things and that was great for long-term me, but I've never really built anything that shows anything, right? Like even baseball has been great to me. It's taken me a lot of cool places, done a lot of cool things, but I'm now on a separate path completely away from there, and I have a couple cool rings to show for it, but that's pretty much it. And it's not even something like, and I think this is kind of the cool thing, is if you ask me, like, what's the coolest thing about me? I'm not like, oh, I got 4 championship rings.
Can we just cut to a picture of you?
I mean, sure, like, I might mention it if we're playing, like, you know, Never Have I Ever or something like that, or it's like this cool thing I've done, everyone else has to drink if they haven't done it. And like, 1 championship ring, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, now drink every time. But no, those are the things where it's like, it's cool. I saw the end of it. I always knew the end of it was coming for all of those things. But for this, I don't see an ending point. And that's the exciting part is I have no idea where it's going to go. I have no idea how big it can get. But I know, and I'm sure there's going to be branches and changes and all of those things. But I don't see the peak. Yeah. I can't.
There isn't one.
I've always started with seeing a peak, and I don't see one.
It's really cool, isn't it?
It's really cool. Very exciting. Terrifying. All
Absolutely
of the things.
terrifying.
But it's just really cool. So, anyways, I don't even know if that finished my thought, but here we are.
Man, I feel like I had like 3 questions off of that, and I'm pretty sure I lost all of them.
Nice. Well, no pressure, but if you don't think of them, it might ruin the whole episode. So. Give me one more question, and then we'll end the episode on that. So no pressure, but you get to decide how the episode's going to end.
Can I have 2 questions?
Nope.
Yeah. It's my episode.
Ask your questions.
Okay. One question is, I'm gonna steal your question from earlier because I want to know the answer.
Okay.
What excites you the most right now?
Right now? Creating.
I'm gonna need you to be way more specific.
Building a legacy. Building something that when I'm not here is still here. Creating videos that people can watch long after I'm gone or long after I stop doing it or whatever it might be. Creating content and videos of people that I care about that I'll have forever. Just creating memories, creating memories that are tangible. I think that's the big thing I think there's a Disney movie off of this. Was it Coco? El Coco? Something like that. Basically,
Coco is a movie, yeah.
Once you're, like, when the last person, you die twice. You die when you die, and you die again when the last person who remembers you dies.
Yeah.
Right? Making that life, that second life, as long as possible, just because, like, hey, maybe someone comes across one of my videos in 20 years, or maybe it comes up on conversation, or maybe I get to write a book and someone finds it, and hey, that's re-up. Yeah. Someone mentioned me. Making that second life as long as possible, I think, is kind of the short summary of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like that.
I think forever.
And you're already doing that, right?
I mean, to a point.
I mean, just think about this, right? Like, okay, you have your dad's group of friends. We'll go there because he, I'm pretty sure, has every single one of his friends consistently like watching and cheering you on, and Meanderin Mitch, everything. Sure. So like, there's that legacy. So then whoever knows who they tell, right? Yeah. And share things with. Then you think about like, okay, we just did this event, and whatever improvements need to be made, however we could do it better. Yeah. From everything I have heard and read, we have gotten a lot of great positive feedback, right? Yeah. From the people in the community, in the town, people who want us to keep doing things like this, who love what we're doing, love like the things that we're building for not just like the Meanderin community, but like the local communities, right? Yeah. So there's that legacy you're already building there. And then you think about, okay, like you just went to your first creator week, right? Didn't one of the guys was like, well, I'll never forget you because you're Meanderin everything, right? Like that's another way you're already creating this legacy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on its way. It's just, that's what's exciting, is I get to see the progress, and I get to see it go from, hey, my parents are watching the podcast, to, well, my parents and all their friends are watching the podcast, to, hey, this random stranger that I never met is watching the podcast, to, hey, I'm being recognized by, the paper called to do an article on Canal Campout, just out of nowhere. Like, I didn't call them, didn't be like, hey, I'm doing this thing. Just, hey, are you Mitch, the one who's doing the camping on the canal? Like, yeah, that's me. It's like, hey, I'm from the newspaper. I'm like, what? Like, I've been in the newspaper, but I've been in the newspaper for anything non-baseball related, like, ever.
It's really cool.
So it's cool, and it's exciting, because it's like, hey, getting noticed, getting the things, and I think that kind of feeds the do better, because it's like, hey, now there's eyes on me, so we have to.
Right.
But it's fun, and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right, part
Last
2.
question.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that, like, with everything that you are creating, or we are creating, like, there's no ceiling, there's no peak, right?
Yeah.
And so it's very unknown. And I also love that, because while it is scary, there's so much possibility in it. Like, you can create anything within that. Like, there's no cap, there's no ceiling. You can do whatever you want with it and make it whatever you want it to be. So it's really exciting. And I think that's one of the reasons why, like, I love all of the things that we get to do when creating these brands, because, like, on some days, like, it's very, like, wake up, shoot video, write post, edit, do all these things. And sometimes it'll be like a week or two of that. But then all of a sudden, like, we're talking to this person about creating this event, and then we find ourselves underneath the town doing this cool thing. And, like, you just really never know where it's going to take you in, like, the coolest ways, right? Yeah. Some people hate that. Some people hate, like, that unknown. Like, they want things to be, like, the same every day. They want that consistency. They want that, like, security in knowing, the comfort in knowing, right?
Yeah.
The unknown is scary. How do you keep going and find comfort in that unknown, even when it is scary?
So, a trick I learned in baseball, actually. Shocker.
I think we should challenge you to do an episode where you don't say the word baseball once.
That's not possible. It's been such a part of my life for so long. So your body reacts to being scared and being excited in the same way, right? You can either choose to feel scared or to feel excited. And I know that there was times when I was in the batter's box and my body's shaking and I'm not thinking about it or whatever, it's just happening, right?
Yeah.
Like your just adrenaline's going so much that you're shaking.
Yeah.
And I would mentally force myself to believe I was so excited. And I don't, is it true? I don't know. Maybe my body was just scared shitless. I really don't know. But my mind was fully convinced 100% that I was just so excited to be in that box that I was going to do good.
Right.
And that mentality pushed me to be better in a lot of things. So I think that has been what has tricked me into entrepreneurship of like, hey, are you scared or excited? I don't fucking know, but I'm having a good time doing it. And I think there's a lot of people who be like, oh, you have to be delusional to believe that. Yeah, you're not wrong.
You have to.
More fun my way.
Yeah.
And I think that's really all it comes down to is you choose at some point in your life, are you going to be scared or excited about the unknown? I'm fucking pumped. So that's it. Choose. Yeah. And it's never too late to change.
Right.
And it's never too late to convince yourself that, I was really excited to do this thing. Now I'm scared. You have those days of doubt.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Right.
Because it feels the exact same. Like your body reacts the exact same.
Yeah.
So your mind decides what you believe. I just choose to believe the thing that helps me the most. Yeah.
I also think that going off of that like we I don't know if there's any such thing as security. Like, I think the security, to a point, yeah. But I think the security is within ourselves.
Yeah.
Knowing that we can handle anything.
Yeah.
You know, like the mindsets we build, the habits we build, you know, the security in ourselves. So that way, when you have that, you can then move through anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like life is more unknown than we think it is. We just sometimes hold on to the security out of fear.
Yes. I think that's one of the biggest issues that faces the majority of people, is that you are just choosing this false security just because you don't believe you can handle otherwise.
Right.
And I won't call her out by name, but I'll call her out by concept. We have a friend who's very much chasing security in a way that, in my opinion, is to a detriment. Like, you do pretty well when you don't know what's going on. Like, you adapt. You're capable of existing and flourishing in the unknown, but it makes you uncomfortable. And just because it makes you uncomfortable, you don't want to do it. Right. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, you're good at it. You can handle it.
Yeah.
People are pretty capable. Very, not even pretty capable, very capable.
Yeah.
Especially when you're forced into a corner. So, hey, I'm in this awkward situation. Figure it the fuck out. You get into more cool situations. You end up under a town. Or you end up on the top of a building. I can't tell you how many times I've just been like, hey, this building's really cool. Can we go on the roof? And they're like, yeah, sure. You want to take the way that no one's allowed to go? Yes, I would. Like, hey, this is a cool angle of the city that no one gets to see because no one's allowed up here.
Right.
Now I'm here.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff where it's like, hey, if I let that little fear of, this is a really weird question to ask this random maintenance guy, but I'm going to ask it. And you know what? They're going to be like, you know what? No one asked me that question. I got some cool stuff. And first off, pro tip, if you ever ask someone from like somewhere local, like, hey, what's like a really good secret spot that no one knows about? People get so excited to tell you. It's like, oh my God, you have to check out this one thing. No one knows about it. It's so underrated. The burgers are great. The view is great. You have to go at sunrise. You have to go at sunset. All of the things. People get so excited to share.
So excited.
And just, my thing is it feels good when you get to help someone, right? So give someone that opportunity. Give someone that opportunity to help you in a weird way.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't have to be a weird way, but just in any way. Ask for help. Yeah. Even if you don't need it, ask for help. Like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me with it? And the whole time you can be like, no, I knew what I was going to do. Right. I didn't really need the help. Yeah. But now we worked on this together. It's not a me thing. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's my advice, I guess.
I feel like now on this topic, I feel like we could
go too long.
Go forever.
Yeah, no, it could be a new episode.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
What did you think of your first and only allowed Andy Shanny?
It's so good. Like, it should be illegal how good this is.
It really is that good. All right, no, real question. Last question of the episode. We're probably already at an hour and a half.
I mean,
I can't breathe because I'm getting so stuffy. I want to do my throat itch thing.
Don't do that. It's weird.
Okay. If you had to leave a message for you in 10 years, what would you say? Keeping in mind that you will see this in 10 years. So.
A message for myself.
To future you, yeah.
To future me. This is to future me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So last time we did a to you younger.
Yeah.
So this time we're leaving to future you.
To future me.
Future Carla, who has never again been on Campfire Convos.
I'm going to make sure that only 10 people sign up. I want to say thank you. That feels weird. Feels weird to think like future me. Thank you. Well, I don't know. I guess the me today is the one that's going to get me to future me.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess thank you, and then think bigger. I feel like I've been having this thought lately that I'm not thinking big enough, even though I already think pretty damn big. And I feel like, especially, I'm 35. In 10 years, I'll be 45.
Damn.
Shut up. You will also be in your 40s.
Barely.
And I feel like, especially in your 40s and like 50s, a lot of times people start to slow down. And I don't want to say like don't slow down in like a good, intentional, like enjoy your life kind of way, because definitely find those moments. But there's still so much life left to live. So like keep thinking bigger. 45-year-old Carla, keep going, keep evolving, keep doing things that doesn't make sense to anybody else but you.
Nice. I like it.
Thanks. What about you?
If I have to talk to 41-year-old Mitchel, I would say I forgive you.
Oh.
I forgive you for not being perfect. I forgive you for fucking up. I forgive you for being so hard on me. Yeah, I forgive you. And it was worth it. I know it's going to be worth it. All the shit that we do, all the headaches, all the heartaches, all the bullshit that we're dealing with on day to day. I know that in 10 years, hopefully we're watching this on the 10-year anniversary from now. We'll have to set a calendar event or something. But we're watching this being like, holy shit, that was a long time ago. That was a lot of episodes of Campfire Convos ago. And look at what it's turned into. And there's been a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. But we forgive the bad things, and we enjoy the good things. So,
I just had a moment, real quick.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, Meanderin has been around for a year and a half,
Yeah.
say. We've done some things in that year and a half.
Yeah.
But I feel like this year especially, this year, specifically the last like 2 months, has really been this like taking off point of things happening, whether it's official events, getting approvals, getting recognition, just all of these things happening. And how fucking cool is it going to be to look back at this 10 years from now and be like, that was the beginning.
Yeah.
And look at all the crazy shit, cool shit, the legacy we've built in 10 years.
Yeah, I would say this year is the rebirth of, like the last 2 months was the rebirth of Meanderin. I think it's when it really has been rooted and restarted in a different way. So.
I'm really proud of us.
Me too.
Good.
We're going to do a shot of whiskey here in a second,
Oh boy.
So prepare yourself. Also, can you see my dog?
Sure can't.
Hopefully he wasn't chasing that deer that just snorted behind us.
I didn't hear, I mean, we would have heard him. I think I stopped hearing him, so he's got to be laying down. I hope. Because he was just over here, wasn't he?
Oh, I'm sorry, Carla. Makes you feel any better? I evened him out so that mine was just as big.
I don't think that makes me feel better. Well, if he's gone, he's probably just chasing the chickens down there, so.
Yeah. All right. To us in 10 years and all the cool shit we've accomplished.
Yeah.
And all
Oh
the
my
whiskey,
God.
all the whiskeys we've drank.
That's a lot of whiskey.
That was a big shot.
And I just remembered that your number one was my second least favorite.
This is our number one overall of our blind bourbon tasting.
Can I say what I'm so excited about season 3 ending?
What?
For the season 4 blind bourbon tasting, because that was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, I have to finish this.
There you do. All right. That is all we have for this episode. If you've made it this far, I truly appreciate you. Make sure you stick around just a few more minutes and appreciate all the people who have supported us throughout the season. It would mean a lot to me. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, for being you, and for supporting.
Thank you.
Until next time, I appreciate you. Peace!
A huge thank you to everyone who bought a log this season. Some of you sparked the fire, others kept it burning, but every one of you helped make Campfire Convos possible. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And now, down in the comments, let me know what animal you think makes this call.
Pow, 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 pow.